Big salute, chat. Watchman 77. Big salute, Watchman 77. I'm just here to see what's going on with my people. Check on in with my people. Make sure you like, you share, you subscribe. Because the party don't start till my chat check in. Big salute, chat. My chat be rocking. My chat be lit. My chat be all up in there. Salute, chat. What y'all know about money, chat? What you know about mine? What you know about liggity, liggity, liggity? What you know about the moolah? Yeah, see what's going on, my people. Hit that subscribe button as y'all tuning in, tapping in. Yeah, subscribe. Make sure you have a profile pic and feel free to come interact, engage with me and my chat. Yeah, come on, interact, engage. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you got your profile pic. Hey, come on, talk to me, chat. Y'all know I talk. I talk back. If you ain't got no profile pic, you ain't getting no love. Amanda, what up, though, Amanda? How you feeling? Watchman 777. Them lucky sevens. Oh, well, your dog is in a better place. Why you don't got no profile pic? Is you that slow? Matter of fact, let's do it like this. Let's make sure the non-subscribers can't talk. Yeah. Rasclad. Ari. Yeah, hit that subscribe button as y'all tuning in, tapping in. Subscribe. Well, I see what's going on with my people, checking in with my people. Make sure you like, you share, you subscribe. Everybody know the party don't start till my chat check in. Everybody know my chat be rocking. My chat be lit. But my chat be all up in there. Salute to my chat. What y'all know about money, chat? How well is your financial literacy? I'm still learning. Value and wealth. You know, I'm still learning. I think we all are learning more and more about financial literacy. What is wealth? What is value? How valuable is money? What y'all think, chat? Talk to me, chat. Y'all know I talk back. Big B, big salute, Big B. I've been in Burkina this stint now for going on a year. But I've been back and forth for about 5 years. But majority of my time been in Burkina. So I say about 3.5 years. Cause this year make 5. Yeah, this year I'm not exactly sure what date, but this year make 5 years. Back and forth, ups and downs, back and forth. So I've been able to watch the whole. I'm watching the country. I ain't gonna say come from the bottom to the top, but I'm gonna say I'm watching the country go through progress. Yeah, I'm living here now. I mean, the world is, I plan on making the world my playground, but Burkina Faso definitely gonna be my base camp. Yeah, it is definitely base camp. I feel like Burkina Faso is one of the safest countries on the earth right now. Oh, keep blessed. Yeah, I forgot they sell chicken here, and I get my chicken from right here. Yeah, they got the whole bird too. I just hope it's fresh. But yeah, I'm living here. I got my residency. Well, I got my 5-year visa. But after my visa over with, the doors open for residency and citizenship. So God willing, I have my AES. Yeah, I see Trump. Hey, Trump trying to do his thing, man. But you know, like Trump said, Biden got America in a whole debacle. So Trump trying to fix the bad deals, the bad doping deals. You know, because the Biden administration was surrounded by dope fiends, and you know, Biden was senile. You know, Biden was no longer with us. Yeah, that's the first time in our history we had a president with Alzheimer's. I think the whole term. Yep. So instead of getting them up out of there, they just let them keep roaming around, falling down, falling off bikes, falling upstairs. Yeah, Biden took America, made America the laughing stock of the world. We went from being feared around the world to being laughed at. Yeah, so Trump trying to say, you know, he trying to bring the old America back, but he got a hard job, you know, fixing dope fiend deals, but that's hard. Yeah, that's hard, but ain't no easy work. Yeah, Trump got some hard work ahead of him as we speak. But I give it to him, he trying though. He trying to bring the old America back. But it's gonna take the whole country, you know, in order, it's gonna take everybody to work together. It's so much division, that's what's making it more harder. So much division, nobody wanna work, so Trump gotta bring in people from other countries to do the work. Well, I ain't gonna say never. It don't look promising, but I ain't gonna say never because God is working. You know, it's all if God wanted to come back. You know, America got so much evil on his hands that you might be right, Big B. It might be all the way over with. Yeah, it might be all the way over with, Big B. To America got too many problems. You know, beefing with Russia and China. Look, Colombia, Brazil. Watch. If Latin America, if 4 or 5 more countries in Latin America join BRICS, it's really gonna be over for America. Colombia just joined, Brazil part of BRICS. So, you know, if a couple more Latin American countries join, yeah, it's gonna be over with. As far as the wealth of America, because I don't even think the dollar is backed up by petrol no more. I think it's just backed up by the myth that the military is strong. Which all the brains that's supposed to be creating these high-tech weapons, they all dope fiends. So they lost their bounce. That's why China and Russia got the best weapons right now. Which is being demonstrated in Ukraine, and which has just been demonstrated with the Pakistan and India little skirmish. Even though India is a bigger country with a bigger military, with more weapons, Pakistan has a tactical advantage because they're getting their weapons from China. Look at the Houthis. The Houthis just ran the U.S. Navy out of the Red Sea, and they don't even got no Navy. And they wearing flip-flops with daggers. So that should say a lot to people. Yeah, that should say a whole lot. So those days of us having the strongest military, those days are over. That's why Trump is trying to import brains. He just imported some South Africans. They're going to be the slave catchers. They're going to be the police that don't mind putting a bullet in your head, that don't mind tying you up, that don't mind putting that rope around your neck. Yep. The Billy Bob and them. They brought Billy Bob and them from South Africa. They South African cousins. You know, to work the farms and to keep an eye on the slaves. Because you got to remember, the white South Africans, they still on the old school racism. Yeah, Elon Musk, dusty cousins. Yep, so Elon Musk say, oh, we need y'all to go to this state and round them up. That's what's gonna happen. Yep, Elon Musk cousin them. Yep. Yeah, because they got to get that land back. Yeah, that land that they took. Because, you know, the Boers are nothing but rebels from Britain. The Boers are the same people that formed America. Same bloodline. The people that formed America were rebels from Britain. People that didn't want to pay the taxes to the crown no more. Same with the Boers. See, that's how they keep Americans throwed off. They want y'all to put a difference on them when they the same thing. You know, slavery and colonization, one and the same. It all goes together. It was one big business. It was all happening at the same time. You know, the ones that got put on the ships to go to Britain, America, the Caribbean, those were just the picks of the litter, the kings and queens. The families of the kings and queens, the kids of the kings and queens of the fallen nations. But now we coming back home. Now we coming back home to link up with our cousins to make Africa great again. Granted, you got some that got hidden agendas, but those of us that what's the proper word I'm looking for? Are genuine. Like me, I got a genuine love for my Burkina Bay people. I got a genuine love for my African people. You know, I don't have no hidden agendas. I'm trying to get in where I fit in, and at the same time, motivate my people to add wealth to themselves. If we could do it as a team, or we need to do it individually, you know, because the substance you bring from America to Africa is not your money, it's your brain. It's your knowledge. See, one thing that we have in our brain, we raise the Caucasian people of America, Britain, and Europe. Our ancestors were in the house with them, in the fields. So we know them like a book. We gave them everything that they say they created, they got from us. So that is an essence of its own. But in order for us to be a help, a lot of us coming from the West that has been raised and groomed in the West, we got to realize when we're slaves. See, because there's a lot of people of melanation that's in the West that don't know that they slaves. You know, my great auntie said she freed thousands of slaves, would have freed thousands more if they would only knew they were slaves. Words of Harriet Tubman. Yep. King Face. Yeah, I got hands. Yep. Go get your profile pic, King Face. Put a king gorilla as your profile pic. You got some hands? Can you, what you should have said, Kutty, can you throw hands? Yeah, I could throw them. I got a mean jab. I don't know if I probably don't got no knockout power, so I'll probably have to jab you to death. I'll probably have to lump your face up. Yeah, take my time. Bounce around you. See, big boys like to go out for the knockout blow, waste all their energy. See, me, I'm going to lump you up. I'm going to lump them eyes up, close them eyes up, yeah. But yeah, King Face, go get your profile pic, come back and interact, engage with me in the chat. So yeah, y'all, you know, because Trump, he trying to get rid of the bums out of America. He not just going to bring in useless people. Nah, he trying to import labor. He trying to import intelligent people. He told y'all what he was going to do when he took office. Y'all just go back and watch the videos. I said a lot of people ain't pay attention to his words. He doing what he said he was going to do. You know, while he trying to clean up the government, because you got to remember, you still got remnants of the Biden administration in the government. You know, look at the young girl that just got killed by them young Latin boys, man. And they young teenagers. So they gonna get a chance to hit these streets again. Shot that girl for no reason and left her for dead. That don't make no sense, man. But once again, you on a plantation. You on a plantation with a plantation scientific lab with no authority in it. Everybody just running wild. It's like a mental asylum. Everybody just running wild. Yep, from the outside of America looking in, that's what it looked like to me. A plantation mixed with an experimental lab. It felt like that when I was there. But when I left and really started looking, and I'm watching all these people in America, these content creators, and watching their panels, that's why I was late for work today, watching y'all. From the outside the house looking in. Boys, it's looking crazy. It's looking crazy. Black folks in America trying to figure it out, though. While Africa is in the hands of God. God is putting his people in position. Yep. Yep, so big salute to the chat, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button as y'all tuning in, tapping in. Feel free to come interact, engage. Talk to me, chat. Y'all know I talk back. Subscribe. So what y'all know about money, man? I can't wait to see what's gonna happen when the AES launched their bank and launched this new money. I think that's the missing link to the world economics. Africa don't got their own bank. So the AES, they can make history again. Investment bank. And that's another thing that's gonna bring all of Africa together, because all the youth in all these countries, they're gonna come here to invest into an African bank. So it's not gonna matter what the other governments want. If their populations come and put their money into this investment bank, oh man, it's gonna be the most wealthiest bank ever created. That's why they doing all this bullshit, trying to assassinate people, trying to turn brothers against brothers, because they don't want this bank created. Because Eurasia, Russia and Asia, they got their bank. Asia got their bank in China. Africa is the missing link. So prayers up for the AES, man. Prayers up for the revolution. Because they financially literate. Yep. Matter of fact, I think they having meetings here now. I think the Senegal president is in Burkina Faso right now, in Ouagadougou. I think while they looking for Goita in Mali right now, because they got some people that's turned on Goita, I think before he go, he want to make sure whoever comes behind him, that they keep the revolution going. But I think he gonna step down. He's just looking for the best replacement. So we'll see how that's gonna play out. I think Gorda here. I don't know if Gianni here, but people are coming together trying to put this bank into motion. Because that might have been one of the main things talked about between eBay, Putin, and G.P.T. Y'all got to get y'all bank together. Yeah, get y'all finances together. Because that's what's going to make the population of Africa come together. They put all their money into one bank. Oh, man. Investment bank. Then that's going to make China and Russia more comfortable investing in the African infrastructure. Schools, hospitals, jobs. You know, that's the beautiful thing about Russia and China. They're not into, it's not a part of their policy to be into other countries' politics. They want to do good business. That's the difference between the global South and America and Europe. They all in the people business. Nosy white folk. We see coming from America, we know how nosy they is. Look, they all in our business and they can't even clean up their own house. They house a mess. But they want to come next door talking about somebody's music too loud. Oh, you can't be fishing in this pond. See, we already know how nosy they is. That's why they want to be in everybody's politics. Nosy. Too busy worried about other people's stuff instead of worrying about themselves. That's their downfall. That's the arrogance of those people. Our Caucasian cousins with their nosy asses. Yeah, they just nosy as hell. That's why you got a lot of them that come on our platforms to see what we talking about. And a lot of them know. They know. They know they nosy as hell. Need to mind their business. See, if they mind their business, things will be going a lot smoother for them. But they don't know how to mind their business. And then the Europeans, they are more slower than our Caucasian cousins in America. Uganda military got low IQ. Well, that's the thing. Museveni is doing, he's an old school Pan-African. Museveni and Kagame, those are the last two of the, they are mentors to the AES. So I'm with Museveni. He doing everything in his power to try to make Uganda better for his people. And don't sleep on the Uganda military. Them boys some killers. Yeah, them boys some killers. You ever seen the movie Beast of No Nation? Yeah, a lot of that military, a lot of they militaries from Uganda. Yeah, Joe them. Yeah, see, so Museveni, he one of the old school revolutionaries. Yeah, see, he's grooming Bobby Wine to take over after he goes. Okay. Yeah, Google Bobby Wine. He's gonna be the next ruler of Uganda. They just wanted to make sure that he is not a European or American plant. Yeah, they want to make sure, because Bobby Wine is an entertainer, he a rapper. So they wanted to make sure that he was going to uphold and do right by the people. But that's why Museveni been in power so long. Everything he do it for the people. You see, he stayed in his combat gear, O.G. So him and Kagame, those are the last two O.Gs of the Pan-African movement. See, it's those presidents like the president of Ivory Coast. He's one of the ones that's a France puppet. Who else? Who else been in charge for over 30 years? See, so you could tell the difference between the two. Granted, Museveni and Kagame, they do dance with the devil a little bit, you know, but that's just playing the game. You got to play the game how it go. But I respect them too, OG. You got to go do your research on Museveni and Kagame. They the old school. See, a lot of people don't mention them, but they the old school Pan-Africans. See, those are the last two remnants of what's the dude? They was rocking with Thomas Sankara and them. They was rocking with what's the some other Pan-Africans that got killed. The dude from the Congo. Nelson Mandela and them. They from that generation. See, one thing about Kagame, he came and ran out the Belgians and the French out of Rwanda. Museveni, he just picked up where the president before him left off, who was another Pan-African. They tried to say he overthrew him, but now they was all working together. He just what's the president before Museveni? He talked big shit. He the one told Israel, no, you can't move your people here. So after they took him out, Museveni came in and replaced him. Yeah, so you gotta, once you go do your homework on them, people like that, then you'll understand why. Or you can tell the difference. Like the president of the Ivory Coast, he not about his people. What's another, is it the president of Sierra Leone? Or is the president of Cameroon? I think the president of Cameroon, he don't even live in Cameroon. He live in France. He only come back to Cameroon for presidential elections. See, Museveni and Kagame, they live with their people. That's why I gotta give a salute to Rwanda. That's the cleanest country in Africa. They go out every Sunday with their president and clean up. That need to be something that Burkina Faso need to pick up on. But all this, because the people in Burkina Faso don't understand that all this plastic pollution is killing them. But that takes experts in waste management to come here and teach the people. Like, y'all gotta get this plastic situation together. Because in order for Burkina Faso to be the breadbasket of Africa, this plastic is gonna kill the soil. The food ain't gonna grow. I'm looking at these little ass bell peppers. I'm like, nah, that's because the plastic pollution. See, so once Africa grasps that concept of plastic pollution, oh man, it's gonna be paradise. It's already paradise, but man, that plastic pollution is a major problem all over Africa. Even in Kenya, they put a ban on plastic, but shit, you only ban plastic but so much. That's why everybody in Africa stays sick. That's why you got typhoid. That's why you got malaria. That's why you got all these sicknesses going on, is because of the plastic is a major player. Clogging up the water systems to breed them nasty ass mosquitoes. Plastic all in the rivers, all in the lakes. You know, Africa need to learn from Nigeria. Nigeria has been destroyed by the oil mafias. All that oil that's seeped into the rivers and the lakes, killing all the fish. That's why Ghana stopped the foreigners from doing illegal mining, because they would put them chemicals to separate the gold and the dirt into the water, and it will go into the rivers, killing all the fish. How people gonna eat? How people gonna water their crops? All their crops gonna die because them chemicals, when you can mine naturally, you don't even need chemicals. Stop cheating. So big salute to Ghana for that. That's a start. I think it's too late for Nigeria. Yeah, Nigeria is over with. Yeah, ain't nothing. Nigeria's over with, man. I was looking at some pictures the other day. For Nigeria and Nairobi to be two of the richest, supposed to be the richest country in Africa, they got the biggest slums. For the Sahel region, supposed to be considered the poorest region in Africa, you don't got slums. You may got mud huts. But when you go in some of these mud huts, shit is tile floors, flat screen TVs. It look like a whole nother world inside. It'll mess your head up. Yeah, it'll mess your head up. And then the mud huts are more comfortable for living than the bricks, because the bricks hold heat. The mud huts don't hold heat. I learned that from watching the dudes build. Yeah, the bricks with the plaster, but when it get hot, it hold heat. Oh, it hold that heat inside your house. It be so damn hot. But when you go in a mud hut, shit, it be so cool in there. The breeze can flow through, and the bricks make black mold. The mud, the natural brick, it don't make mold. Yep. So that's something I learned by watching the dudes build and listening to the elders. See, the elders in the village, they don't like the bricks. They like the natural brick. But when you come to the city, everybody building with cement and brick. Not having the knowledge that the natural brick, all you gotta do is mold it into a brick. It's more healthier for you. Like the red bricks that we use in the brick houses in America. The red brick, the clay brick, kind of like that. It don't make mold in your house. But them cement bricks, shit, after rainy season, especially in Liberia, you see the green and black mold growing on the outside of the bricks. I'm like, damn. And you smell it. Anybody that's been into an old trap house and it got that smell, that's that mold smell growing in the house. So if you are coming to Africa and you're building, use the natural brick. Hire somebody to mold it into a brick, but use the natural brick for your house. It'll be more healthy for you, especially if you're an older person. See, that cement brick, it'll break after rain season. You'll have black mold. You'll have mold all in your roof, in your house, all that. Yep. Only thing you should be using cement for is to plaster the natural brick. Yep. So if you're building in Africa, natural brick is way better for one story, 2 story, maybe 3 story at the most. 3 story might be pushing it. But if you building a high rise, then yeah, use the cement brick. And if we could collect this plastic, crush it into powder, and mix it with the cement, it'll make the cement 20% stronger. So that could be a use for all the plastic waste. That could be a solution for that. Mix it with the cement powder. It'll make it stronger by 20%. %20 stronger. So big salute to all my bikini babes that watch. All this plastic waste, please, y'all, let's hurry up and do something with it. So grandma and them, the kids and them, we can stop popping up with illnesses and being sick all the damn time. And do you know burning plastic, that's poison too. That kill you, make you sick too. Because that's what a lot of people do here. They burn the plastic. Just like what we do in America. We used to burn the plastic. And then plastic is made from petroleum. You could turn this bag into diesel oil. You could turn this bag into petrol to put into your bike, to put into your car. China got the technology. Black America got the technology too. It's a young brother. When I get my money right, I gotta get him out here. I gotta get him out here. Because once he shows Africa how to turn the plastic waste into gasoline, oh man, shit, this should be cleaned up in no time. Everybody gonna be around here collecting plastic. The plastic bottles, plastic bags, shit. And they gonna be turning into gas. Gasoline, diesel, and what you could put in your cars. Yep, he called it plastiline. Big salute, nature's jab. Intelligent black man. Next to eBay and the presidents of the AES, I think that intelligent black man is the next most important black man in the world. Because the same thing that's killing us, he know how to make a product out of it that we all use. So I think once Africa gain that knowledge of what to do with the plastic waste, it could be turned into something that make money. A lot of the sickness problems gonna be solved. Especially with the elders. I think that's another reason why it be so hot here. Because all that plastic waste everywhere. Even in Liberia, even in Ghana, even in Kenya. All in the wood. I'm like, damn, all these intelligent African brothers and sisters, ain't nobody figured out nothing, no way to deal with this plastic pollution. And you got people that are, like I say, you got people that drink this whole bag, right? And they'll throw it on the street. You know, in America, we call people like that litter bugs. You get it now. See, and then if the government start fining people for littering, I think that'll solve a problem too. Yup. I think that'll solve a problem too. Hold on, let me get some change. Y'all ever seen the Nomo? That's a Nomo. Salute to the Dogon tribe. Go look up the N-O-M-O people. The mermaids. Yeah, talk to me, chat. Y'all know I talk back. Yeah, I'm on this for Hall of Fame. Yeah, but they some killers though. But Kagame Museveni, you could tell who a righteous leader in the African country. What they doing for the people, you gotta let them Let them rock. Let them rock till the wheels fall off. That's what Kagame doing too. He's breeding leaders. So when he go, the country, yeah. Museveni doing the same thing with Bobby Wine. He had to make Bobby Wine come and talk though. And you see, the last elections they had, he let Bobby Wine party get half of the government because they're ushering them in, teaching them. You know, the O.G.s teaching the youngins, look, this how you make sure the government run right for the people. That's why when the AES and all that was going on, first thing Museveni did was sign deals. He said, oh, the door open. Let me go to Serbia, let me go to Russia, let me go to all these countries and sign deals so it could better my people. Let me go cut a deal with China. Because he already knew what was happening. Same thing with Kagame. You know, that's why I'm not even mad. If eBay took a loan from the IMF, I ain't even mad. Get that money from them folk and invest it back into the people. That's what he's supposed to do. Yeah, buy some more weapons. Look, that's probably what he did with the money. He took that money and put it into them producing their own military equipment. See, now when you have leaders that take the money and don't do nothing for the people, don't build no infrastructure in there, don't make no jobs. One thing I've noticed, all the kids here, some of them still riding bikes, but all the kids that go to school tomorrow, they all got motorbikes now. Some of them used to be walking. When I first started coming to Burkina, they used to walk to school. I'll be riding them old, rusty, dusty Chinese bikes. Now they got mountain bikes, up-to-date bikes. Everybody got motorbikes now. They all over the road, crashing into each other. So I see a change in the population. I see jobs. It's people coming from other countries coming here to find work. Like the cook that say he want to go to America, he work at another spot now. They pay him more money. So when you got options, that let you know the job market is open. The job market is open. Yup. Buildings going up. See, I stay on the poor side of town. Everybody building. Everybody got piles of sand, dirt, and bricks, and all the time. Everybody building. Everybody building, adding on to their houses. Building little side houses for their kids. Like you may have a compound with one big house, and you got 4 or 5 little houses in it. Them for each of the kids so they have their own space. Everybody building. Everybody building. That let me know people getting money, people working. So when you see that going on in the population, and everybody say, since eBay been in, this the best time to hustle, make you some money, and just me as a foreigner. Shit, man, I'm a jeweler now, certified. I'm a consultant. Well, our blue sky business is shit. We able to do many things but consulting, anything dealing with agriculture, business plans. In the my blue sky business, the first business, shit, we able to do a whole lot. The jewelry company, man, I can have unlimited members. That's why I say people got to pull up. Once we do the general assembly for my big members, my main members, so we go talk about what perks the small members will have, people that have donated. We could talk about perks and decide I gotta holler at Soleil and see what paperwork, what exactly is needed from the people that have donated to me when they get here. So when you get here, you already got everything in order. All you gotta do is sign paperwork and receive your membership cards. All that is in the process of being created. I'm just waiting on my members, my team, everybody's scheduled to be on one accord so we can have our meeting. We'll probably have our meeting here. Do our General Assembly, and then we can do the paperwork to get funding from the government. That's gonna take 3 months. Yeah, that's gonna take 3 months. And then if we are able to get funding, then we could do our festivals. Yeah, we're gonna do them right here too. I think first festival, Burkina Faso, and then the next festival, I'm gonna ask y'all, should we do the next festival at Burkina Faso? Gotta be first. But should we do Mali or Niger second? So we're gonna do Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. International gem and jewelry shows. Then that way I could showcase all the jewelers and gems that all the jewelers and people that's involved in gems. I can let them showcase and show y'all what they got. So you can cut out the middleman in America. We're gonna make America jewelers bring their prices down. While they charging you 24 karat gold prices for 14 karat gold, nah, you're gonna have the plug over here in Africa, where you could either come pick it up or you can place your orders. So that's why I know I'm a threat. Yeah, I know I'm gonna be a threat for them. And I ain't even mad. As long as I'm doing good and right by my people. Yep. Bonjour, bonjour, c'est bon? Oui, ça va, merci. Yep. So talk to me, chat. What y'all think about that? Hit that subscribe button as y'all tuning in, tapping in. And come on, interact, engage with me. Talk to me, chat. Where y'all at, chat? Talk to me. Y'all know I talk back. Yeah, we finna get up out of here in about six minutes. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you got a profile pic. Come on, talk to me, chat. What you know about money? What you know about money? Are you financially literate? Are you raising your value? Hopefully, I can help you raise your value. I want us all to be living in mansions, and I want us all to be splurging. Yeah, I want us all to be shit. Money ain't a thing. Yeah, I want us all to be like that. Yeah, Ghana have been taken because they don't do their homework. Monosphere Hall of Fame. Like I've been telling people, when you go to Ghana and you get land, don't go through no second person. Go talk to them government people. Everybody who haven't been talking to the government people are running into problems. See, that's what's wrong with Black Americans. They try to take the dope fiend route. So I don't feel sorry for them. You know, you gotta listen to their stories. Oh, I went through this person. I went through that person. When you get there, you go get your paperwork from the government. The government, after you get your paperwork from the government, then you go tap in with the chiefs. Usually when you get your paperwork from the government, the chiefs gotta sign somewhere too. Yes, I don't feel sorry for none of them people getting their land taken. They should have did things the right way. All you gotta do is listen to their stories. Everybody whose story I listen to, they didn't do things the right way. They don't got no documentation from no government, none of that. They done went through somebody else. That's the wrong way to do things, especially with land. Because any country you go to in Africa, land is a touchy subject. You got to make sure you go through all the right avenues when you get your land. You know one family I respect? The Bag family. They went through the right avenues. They tapped in with the government. That's why they not having no problems with their land. So that should be a model for everybody who's coming to Africa that wants to do land. Let Black Acres of the Gambia be an example. Yeah, don't go through no second party. Nah, you cut out the middleman when you come to Africa. But yeah, Ghana have been taking land from a lot of black folk. Yep, because they ain't do it the right way. You know, black folk, Black Americans are always looking for a hookup, looking for a sweet deal, looking for this, looking for that, instead of doing things the right way. Yeah, it may take time. Be patient. That's one thing Black Americans don't got either, is patience. Be patient. When you come to Africa, you want black man time. You ain't got no choice but to be patient. So when you don't take the right avenues and be patient, yeah, your land, yeah, definitely could get taken from you. At the end of the day, you a foreigner. Ain't Ghana giving out citizenship? How many of those people are citizens? You gotta look at that too. How many of those people getting their land taken are citizens? None of them that I know of. See, people that got their citizenship, I ain't heard none of them having no problems. So, and then, you know, Black Americans, they're not gonna want to tell you the whole truth. You know, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Yep. That's the first thing you're supposed to do when you go to Ghana anyway. When you go get your Ghana card, you gotta go holler at the government anyway. You go get all the information you need when you go to the Ghana card place. When you touch down in Accra, yeah, you gotta go get that card. You make sure you got government friends. Don't depend on a friend you met off the street or you know from America. You go meet you some government friends and make friends with the police. That's your security. See, Black Americans don't do things the right way. They come into Africa with the Black American mind state. You gotta change your mind state when you come to Africa, man. Or you will get your drawers snatched off. Yep. Yeah, you will get your drawers snatched off. So I don't feel bad for them. Yeah, I've been watching that happen to Black Americans for years. And all their stories is the same. Ain't none of them citizens. None of them got no relationship with the government. But everybody that went there and they giving out citizenship, not having no problems. Everybody that got government friends at the office, they not having no problems. It's the people that try to go around that is the ones having problems, and they deserve to have problems. Because you don't get to come to no country and think you finna go duck off and you ain't got no security. Come on, bro. That don't even sound right. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. So yeah, Monosphere Hall of Fame. It's happening. But any country you go to in Africa, land is gonna be a touchy subject. That's why I tell people, get your mind off land and get your mind on business. See, if you got a flourishing business, people are gonna want to give you land. Yeah, land gonna come because you an asset to the country. You gonna meet with chiefs, man, they'll give you some land. Especially if they love your vibe, man, you can get land. And especially for them Black Americans that don't want to integrate, because if you move somewhere in Africa, you're gonna have to integrate into a community, into a village. So you got to tap in with the chief. See, you rub elbows with the chief, you ain't gonna have no problems in the village. He gonna make sure you got help with whatever you need help with. He gonna make sure you got access to electricians, access to plumbers, because you creating jobs for people in his village. So you got to tap in with the right people. See, so that's why a lot of Black Americans having problems. They don't want to do things the right way. They want to do things the dope fiend way. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm gonna wash my hands. So yeah, y'all. That's my time. With that being said, the syrup. That's the new money getting ready to drop any day now. I haven't learned the name of the investment bank they working on, but they're working on the banking system. I think they putting like 800 billion, damn near 900 billion behind it. So that little loan that Black Americans talking about that they took for the millions, that's loose change compared to how much money they're putting behind their own currency, their own investment bank. So y'all stay tuned for that. As I gather information, we're gonna talk more about being a branch of that investment bank, so Black Americans can have access to resources. We'll have something to invest in. We can invest in ourselves. We don't got to worry about them other banks in America. So y'all stay tuned for that. So I love y'all, chat. I hope y'all learned something. I hope I've been a good parable and example. I hope I motivated some people. And I love y'all, chat. Big salute to my chat. Big salute to everybody that tuned in, tapped in. And y'all stay tuned. Y'all know we'll be back. Y'all leave me some comments. Let me know what y'all think. What you know about money. How well is y'all financial literacy? Are you raising your value? Salute, chat. Once again, my chat went hard. My chat was lit. But my chat was all up in there. Beep. Salute to the revolution. Long live the revolution. Salute and prayer strong for the righteous revolutionaries. Love y'all, man.